All right. It says that I am live. How cool is that? So, looks like a little bit of me looking around and staring at the camera. All right. It looks like the latency is caught up and everything is good now. I hope everyone can hear me. I hope people will be joining soon. I wonder how I can see who is in the chat. Participants. Okay. Anyway, so as you can see here, this is my PlayStation setup. I'm actually streaming this through a thing called Streamlabs OBS that C recommended, and we are here because I have made a Oxventure video game in something called Dreams. You can see I've got a couple other games here, but Dreams is a very interesting thing. You can see I've got my Discord open here. It's going to be kind of hard for me to follow that and the chat in the YouTube video at the same time, so please talk to me in the YouTube chat if you want me to see. But I'll try to keep on top of everything. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, made a game there. You might remember that I previously made a game called Showdown of the Dungeon, and that was made in Unity, and that is available for free to play now on itch.io. So go check that out if you like. This game is very different. Around me, by the way, you can see I am a longtime fan of Outside Xbox and all those things. I've got this nice shirt with O's and X's on it. I just had to get it because I saw that it was available in a store I was in, and I thought that was cool. Behind me is my work computer. I'm a full-time game dev. I'm on kind of a lunch break right now, so I can try to be on European time. And also, over there is what I call Shady Love, who is a friendly octopus, and there's some posters up there NASA released about going to space and visiting other planets, which is something I would desperately like to do. But right now I make video games. And this one is supposed to be all about an adventure of my own creation, heavily themed on the way that Outside Xbox does their stuff. This is being done with remote play, so that's the stuff popping up down there. You might see my mouse too. Let's pop in there. This is what it looks like right now, and something that we can do is edit these screens and stuff to pop out a little bit and give you a little bit more of a view of what Dreams is like. I'm a little bit into it. I actually did 2 weeks of tutorials, which is something very cool about Dreams, is no other game-making art engine really comes with built-in tutorials, and they're very good. But they take a while because this is a very complex game to make games in, because it lets you do a lot of things. But here are different scenes, things you'll see in it. You might have seen a bit of my trailer or the image up there, so you might expect to see Merylwyn in here, and you would be correct. So we will see how that goes. Let me just check to see if there is anyone who is saying anything anywhere real quick. Checking, particularly I hang out in the writing, art, and other things stream. I also, you can see me scrolling around there, check out the streamers thing, that's where I put myself. Looks like it's pretty empty, but let me just talk another minute about why I went ahead and did this. So you might have seen that Outside Extra, Luke and Ellen went ahead and did a thing where they went with the developers of Dreams, and I hope that you can hear everything very well right now. They went with the developers, and they were able to do a session where they made a game together, and it was really cool. And particularly some things that they said really struck me as the way that game development should be, or how I want it to be. They talked a lot about it being like Bob Ross. They talked as well about it being like a performance art. And I don't particularly care if my work is a performance, but Dreams has really succeeded in making something where you are able to, every step of it is aesthetically pleasing. Even right now looking at a menu, there are no long file path names, there are no weird numbers that are black on white backgrounds or something. It's fun. and it can be frustrating, but they have done a lot of stuff to minimize that. And just the bloops and the bleeps and the interactions you hear are all very gamified and very satisfying. So definitely worth checking out. So, let me just check to make sure that my sound is working real quick before I continue here, because that would be embarrassing otherwise. Let me check that my sound's working good here. Run a little test. Let me check that my sound's working good here. Yep, seems like it's all working. So my goal here is we'll do this, clean it up a little bit, and then we should be able to I'll post it all online. And that's anything about Dreams, is you have to own Dreams to access the stuff in it. Otherwise you have to watch people play it on YouTube or something like I am. But that's it. And I'm playing this using Remote Play through my computer, just using this controller. And it's also usable with the VR controllers and... oh, here we go. Now you can actually see my controller. And there's a camera that you can buy to attach to it. You don't have to do that. You can just pay a couple of bucks and have a good system to make games and to play games that thousands of other people are making. Do play the games though, otherwise, I mean, what's the point to all this stuff we're making? We want to share it. We want people to see it. Alright, so as you can see here, I have this title of Royal Rescue Reopens Restaurant, an Oxventure fan game. That is what happens in the game. I went with a bit of alliteration, maybe not the best title. If someone comes up with a better one, let me know. So I am now going to hit play. Oh, by the way, I go by Hooligan Labs. For a long time I've also been known as Pocket Door. If you see that stuff pop up, that is me. Could not change it in Sony. Anyway, here we go. So a bit of commentary along with it. If you're a fan of Outside Xbox or whatever, you like a bit of commentary, I think I'll read along to this. When you play Dreams, you get an imp. You get to customize and choose it a bit. This is what mine looks like. I like his little grumpy face. And I think that not enough games in Dreams actually use it. So I started with that, and I have the imp talking to you in this. So, without further ado, hi, I'm your imp. We are now in a place with a very special magic. Here, all creatures can speak and be understood. Humans, imps, and animals can talk. It is the one place anyone can be heard, no matter who they are, no matter their hopes, their dreams, or the color of their fur. This is the Enchanted Cafe. Do you remember being here before? Maybe as a child? By the way, as I move my controller here, that's what's controlling the imp, so let's see. If you can remember speaking to pets or wild creatures, it was here. Oh, happy times. But what I am showing you is only a memory. This darkness has fallen. It is a curse. But with our powers combined, we can bring back the light. One light is all we need to start pushing back the darkness. Can we find it? So, see that flickering there? I think that's the light, and there's a little R2 button there. I programmed in to tell people to press R2. Oh, that is hilarious. There we go. That's it. Keep moving ahead. Bring the light. Live demos. There we go. Now we can move forward some more. There's another one. Okay. We have made it to the cafe. There should be a door handle that we can pull open. There we go. We're inside. It looks abandoned. The fire has almost died. We can rekindle it. So, we can look around now. You can see the inside of the cafe here that we've reached. And I can click on this. Our magic is stronger than this curse. Let's light up the cafe. There we go. We did it. Nice and warm. Something is different. Uh-oh. See that cat over there? I'm gonna get closer. Oh, yikes. The imp does not like that. Where did that cat come from? Her silent, judging eyes. What should we do? Well, we could pet the cat or feed the cat, and petting an angry cat might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it. The cat permits you to pet her. That seems like an achievement to me. Yes, this is related to the old pet the dog joke. Can you pet the dog? Can you pet the cat? Her silent, judging eyes. What should we do? Well, we'll now feed her. So over here, the cat used to conjure food for hungry patrons. See anything for a cat? Well, I can see that little bit of light shooting off there. I'll click this. Fresh fish. Perfect. But see, a different voice is now saying, I'm feeling hungry. Who's that? Look at those glowing eyes. It's an elf? Alright, so we're in now. Merylwyn, as we know, but we're about to have a full introduction, is sitting here. We've got a little candle lighting things a little bit better. She's eaten that fish, which she says is yummy. I'm sorry, did I give you pause for alarm? Alright, now she's giggling. I think everything's better. I'm Merylwyn. Nice to meet you. I know I don't sound anything like her. I don't have any real voices, so this is just my best attempt. I followed you in here. I couldn't believe someone would come to this cursed place. And behold, a human and an imp, bringing warmth and light to a place that had lost both. An adventurer like me should expect the unexpected. I don't mean to be all mysterious. Ask me a question. So, now we actually have a couple choices of what to ask her. I'll start at the top. Are you a cat? No, but some of my best friends are cats. I'm an elf, obviously, but secretly I'm also a druid. I can wield the magical power of nature. Except here, this cafe should be overflowing with nature's power. I could do nothing to help here. And then you showed up. Now everything's different. Interesting. I don't mean to be all mysterious. Is this your home? My home is in the Elven Lands. It's lovely. And I have a bunch of cool friends that I adventure with. I party all the time with a human, a tiefling, a dragonborn, and a half-orc in no particular order. I don't know what order she would put them in if she had to. No reason for me to want to leave them all and spend my time only with animals. So, I've kind of set this in a time where she has left the party for some reason. ... So, what could else ask her about that pause pun? It's a great joke, isn't it? This is my attempt at a Londoner accent. You know, positive energy is a real thing. It is a fuel to a druid's magic. We use it for healing and creation. And when it comes to positive thinking, it's in my nature. So, giggle fit. Giggle fit continues. She recovers? Maybe. Okay, it intensified. Okay, she's trying to recover again. Still recovering. Alright. We're back. So why are you here? Really, I was hungry. Now that's taken care of. But honestly, what kind of cafe doesn't serve tea? How about... Okay, seriously. It's about the animals that used to come to this cafe. I have spoken to the trees. I asked the forest, why are the animals gone? The forest replied that the animals did not leave by their own choice. The curse is being caused by powerful beings with evil intent. I will not stand by as animals suffer. And, seeing what you and your imp have done here, I must ask, please lend your power to my cause. We can lift the curse, we can free them and restore this land. Did you hear that? It was one of the missing animals. I hear where she is calling from. We can go save her now. Let's go. Alright, so now we are entering a new area. In this level, you can see now Merylwyn is ready to go, and there might be a little bit of Chief Bradley's look here. You might remember if you've seen Showdown of the Dungeon or any of his artwork. I tried to capture that with the way that Merylwyn moves. Let me just post to Twitter real quick that I'm live as well. I forgot to do that. I'm on Twitter as Hooligan Labs a lot. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, so here we are as Merylwyn, exiting the cafe. Got a little bit of the light there. You can see what's going on. Might be straining the internet a little bit here with this. Just want to make sure everything's okay. Here we go. We're now running through the forest. Going down some paths and stuff like that. Well, now we've come across some cliffs. So, as a game designer in the modern times, you definitely want to try to encourage people to, you don't want people to be frustrated and wondering what to do. And there's stuff in Dreams before where you press X to jump, but, you know, why not just say it? So I had a little thing there to remind people. Here we go. Whoop. So yeah, as you can see in this, Merylwyn can jump very high. We're running through the forest at night still. It's getting a little bit rockier. Getting across some fallen trees. Oh, more obstacles. Uh-oh. Music's changed. Okay, a little bit trickier here. Nope. Alright, come on. How could I miss the first jump? Well, there we go. Okay. We're gonna make it. Whoop, okay. Can I make it? Okay, I can make it back. I made it so that Merylwyn is a extremely good jumper. I felt like it makes sense here for her to be someone who is very dexterous and very capable of getting around nature, so I didn't want it to be too challenging here, just satisfying as you make it through. So I made the game and I can still screw this up. There we go. Uh-oh. It's getting harder. All right. We made it. We found the cat. We found her just in time. What is this place? We can figure that out later. Let's all get out of here. Back to the forest. And there's our cat. Here she is, hopping along behind us. Oh, and now she's climbed on top of our head here for this. And we've got some music going, and behind us, the sun is rising. He's back to following along behind us again. See if I can do this better. Oh, it's bright. Here we go. Might recognize the music. Whoa, whoa. Okay. I will not promise that this game is bug-free. We're almost back. Look, we're back into the forest again. This all should look familiar. Seems like we're having a bit of a lag, so I'm going to calm it down for a sec here. Ah, just as the music started to kick in, really, eh? Alright, well, we're back. Here we are. You can see that it's sometime later now. Maybe I should put something up. This is sometime later, right? And here's the cat and Marilyn. And everyone's quiet and looking a little sad, even though it's all bright and sunshiny out now. Well, she seems unharmed, and she ate that food you conjured, talking to us. But she hasn't said anything. Could it be the cafe no longer has its special enchantment? Pardon our rudeness. We are simply recovering from a most terrible experience. Are you alright? Only thanks to that amazing rescue by you and your friends. You have our gratitude. We did it! We really did it! We are Queen Sophie. Well, warmest welcome to our lands. Now, I'm going to pause it for a second here, because I do have something I can do. Because I made this. I can change it, and here we are, jumping a little earlier than I expected, but here is what the scene looks like as I make it. And as you can see, there's a lot of detail going on here. Here's even just the conversation over in the corner here that's happening, and all these things are what controls where people look and what they do, which is all built in Dreams. So how about we take the thing which controls the music and we turn that down because that is a little loud. So I think it's in here. Timeline. Volume. Turn that down a bit. So if I right click now, it should start playing music again. That's a lot better. I couldn't even hear myself talk over it. Maybe like that? Maybe that's a good sound? Okay. Maybe a little too loud still. A little bit less. Okay. Let's try that for volume. I'm gonna do a little less. Because it kind of goes up and down a lot, so I want to be able to hear. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that, get back to the whole deal. Alright, so, back to the conversation. We're back into it. An elf adventuring with a human and an imp. You must all be very strange and powerful. I'm just quickly checking over here. Discord. Okay. That's exactly right, Your Highness. We would throw a feast in your honor, but alas, my subjects, as we were, have all been kidnapped. There's nothing more to worry about. With these new friends, the enchantment is reawakening. I'm sure we can do anything if we do it together. But, Queen Sophie says, the forces at work are truly dark and evil. Do you trust any other adventurers who may aid you? Well, you see... Someone at the door? Interrupting this. Now someone says, finally, there has to be something to eat in here. And Marilyn says, oh no, anyone but you. Yes, I want to save that. And that is how the Queen returned and the cafe was back in business. If you haven't yet, check out the Oxventure community online. We're all about being excellent to each other. So a little plug for all of us online there. So, who do you think just came in the door? Who would be the last person Marilyn would want to see? This is a question I'm asking everyone out there. Please leave a like and a comment. See you next time. Bye. And that's it. That's the game. That's the whole thing. Thank you for watching that, but I want to do a bit more editing, I think, before we go on with this, and I post it online. And once it's online, it'll be up there for everyone to not only play, but also to share and make if you want to do your own Oxventure stuff too. Or if you want to create your own stuff, you can come and join me as well. You could maybe make something I could use. So how about, I'm thinking in that scene where we were having that last conversation there, and where did I put that? I probably was just looking at it. Or maybe it's on the left here. There we go. So let's edit this, and I'm thinking to add a little something to remind people to press circle as they go through the conversation. Not too exciting, but important for gameplay. So you might remember we were in here, and this is what it looks like from outside. This is basically the same place, and like a real stage, there's stuff behind the scenes you might not see, which I have left around for future work. I think I'm going to take those out because I'm a little embarrassed by that now, actually, but here's what the rest of the area looks like that you might not be seeing because it's off camera. Like there's a whole porch out here we could develop. We could do some outdoor shots if we were to continue. And in here, you saw this earlier, this is everything that's going on. This is what people are saying. So up here, where we have that first dialogue text displayer. So how about we take this and we say enter the keyboard. Yep, we want to do that. Guess I need to click it with my mouse. Let's try that again. Awkward. Alright, let's try typing it. Okay. Like that. That down in the corner there. So people know what to do. Alright, so now that we've got that fixed up, that, and all of these controls are things that you learn as you use Dreams, and or you could just pick up something someone has already made. It might look like, what the heck am I doing? Well, kind of like the controller's like the mouse, and you're using all your keys on it, and there's a whole, mostly it's just by pressing X on things, though sometimes you press like L1 and X to open up more details of something that you want to edit. So let me save that. And let's play it. So now you can see in the corner there, there's that circle to continue thing. So I'm going to try now. Earlier, there's a lot of circles that popped up. I thought I'd try it without here. Maybe people could tell me if that's frustrating. Do you like having that prompt there or not? You might see that Dreams makes it a little hard to keep it in the corner perfectly all the time. That's why I kind of don't like it, and I'd prefer if there was a little bit of a simpler method, maybe a bit cleaner like this. But yeah, this is what we're talking about, is being able to make these edits. We could either add new content. I'm thinking we could do more animals to rescue, but even more adventurers from Oxventure could be added. Let's talk about, actually, Marilyn real quick here, and everything going on here. You can see normally she's in this pose here. You see all the stuff around her. Imagine those are like scripts that they need to read. And a lot of time in programming it's called scripting. But these are all information that the computer using. You can see where she's looking now. And what that is controlled by over here is all these different informations, like this is where the cat's looking. So if I just click here, the cat's now looking at the player. That's something I programmed. Turn it off, it looks back down. Look at Marilyn. Looks over there. Pretty cool, huh? This is like a really nice little interactive scripting system that they made. So if I roll it back to where it was, there's a button for that on my controller, which is real nice. We can take a look more at Marilyn herself. Don't be bothered by all those lines. Those are controls, actually. Stuff like her face. And yes, all her different faces all have to be scripted too. She needs to know from the script where to look and what to do. So you can see here they are. So these switches, same idea, turn stuff on and off. And if it looks a little weird, think about, they call it puppetry in Dreams. So think of these as like strings to a puppet. So like if I take this off and turn this on, there's her happy face. So I'm calling these different things to say in the script, okay, Marilyn, now you're happy, to help express these different things. So like if I go back to her normal face here and take a closer look at her, and there's a little option here to hide everything else. You can just see her sitting here. That up. It's quite a bit of bloom here, but see, this is just what she looks like. I did a lot of modifications, so she still has a lot of the liveliness that a puppet can bring as a base thing in Dreams, but she can also sit at a table. But we can get further in to her head. I just wanted to mention, there's a lot of details in Marilyn I did not include, but I'm not really a trained artist, so I did what I could. But I spent probably at least an hour just on her hair to get it to this level, so apologies if it's not great, but I really want it to be great, so I did what I could. But also, down here, I put a bit of a challenge out there to anyone in Dreams who's looking at this and working in there. Make more women wearing pants. Very hard to find that. Actually, I ended up making this based off of a character I found called Adventure Girl. And you can kind of see where that's from up here. If I go up for a search, see what it looks like, and so this is searching all through Dreams. And you can see there's a lot of different tags. I can go here under character. And so these are what a lot of women out there look like right now. And the one that I used to actually base the model off of, I don't know if we can find it real quick, but she was called Adventure Girl. And she was obviously based off of Tomb Raider, and that is, I think, appropriate for many reasons. So I think it's looking for adventurer. So there's a lot of opportunities out there for someone who would want to create more D&D stuff, I'd say. So there's Sonic Adventure, obviously. There's going to be a lot of that. That's the popular dream that's out there. Here we go. So this is what I kind of based off of. You can see where I started here with her and updated it and modified it and added the cape and stuff, updated the hair. And the face is actually, I brought in a elf face that someone made available. So I think right now what I'll just do is post this entire game as it is, but then if someone is interested in updating it, or if they want, for example, just here, Meryl when sitting is something that I could share directly as its own element that people could use directly, or Marilyn with the cat on her head running around, all that can be made an individual separate element for people to work in. Alright, so let's exit out of that. So I do recommend, if you're working in Dreams, save online frequently. It turns out that it can lose sometimes the most recent work and save you've done just with a quick save on your computer. I lost some work from that. So save online frequently, that save version. We'll do that after we make sure this all works. It seems to be working fine. Let me quickly go through here. Now the music's really quiet, so how about we edit that one more time? I know this tuning and stuff can be just so time consuming. But if I go over here, there's the music. That's dialogue. Here we go. Music. And it looks like there were two different audios. There's one on this and one on the inside. Not going to worry about that right now. Let's get back to playing this. There we go. A little subtle music. I hope that's a good volume for everyone. Just going to go through, make sure everything runs properly. You do a lot of this when you're game developing, you're debugging. I hear this music in my head all the time now because I've played it so many times. Skip, skip, skip. Sudden reveal. And it exits. So, a doorway is what it calls when it goes from one scene to another. And that's something we could get into sometime if you would all be interested. Okay, so, save that. And then let's save it online. So, I'm going to save it online as private for now. Let me know if you guys have trouble accessing any of this. I think when I put the whole thing online, you guys will be able to see everything. Okay. Exit out of here. Back to here. So, how do I... Let's see, I think it's customized to take a new photo here. Hit background photo. I think I need to take a new photo. So, how about I go doing that real quick? So, play. Let's see. I haven't really played a lot with photo mode yet, so I'm going to try that real quick here. So can I... Yep, there it is.
Everyone loves taking photos. Take a picture of that beautiful vista you've made. Or snap that odd creation you just found. Just to make sure your eyes aren't deceiving you.
So I guess because I've never done this before, I get a little tutorial there. I've done it perhaps through some other modes, but not this directly. So there we go, got our photo. And let's see, exit, save. And now we can hopefully put this in here. So sometimes I push the wrong button. There are a lot of buttons. I've been replaying this to test to make sure everything works properly. Customize. Photo. There we go. Set. And hopefully this gets people playing. I hope that they like this. Alright. And with no further ado, let's see if anything else is happening here. Alright. Well, this was a video about uploading this. Let's see if, well, making a game, what it looks like, what it's like to play it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try putting it online now. Yes, save, please. I think if we click here too, it will confirm that we edited that. I turned on auto-updating. It's a little dangerous, but I'd like to make sure everything's up and fresh. There's all the scenes. So I'm spamming a lot of saves real quick just to be sure. Let's see now. Release. First time doing this. Here we go. Maybe a learning process for all of us. At least for me. But listed. Yep. There's the photo. There's the category. Nothing about release notes, I think. Maybe I'll just say something like, welcome. Tell me what you think. And release. Okay, all of these are going to get uploaded and made online. So I think by making them public, they are also editable, which is what I want. I hope people will remix this and I'll see their work, and I want that. So I think I'm gonna save making the Merylwinds public, because if people did want that, I'd probably want to clean them up a little bit more and make sure that they are good. I guess I'll put this one up. How about we go ahead and we also make a better version, make sure that it's right, and put that one online. So are these older versions? Yeah, there's multiple versions here. Well, I don't know exactly how that works, but I hope it figures it all out and it's all perfect for everyone. Alright. Here we go! Whoosh. Okay. Alright, I will have to do that. Oh, this is funny. Alright, well, let's make it happen then. Maybe we need to make a little edit and then make everything online? Is that how we do this? Let's try this. I hate the fact that this is happening, but this is kind of what I was planning on, is being able to release this, so okay. Let's hope this makes everything work. Okay. This is still the easiest game creation I have ever done, so I might look like I'm getting some weird errors, but if you were to try to jump into Unity or Unreal or something, it would be 10 times harder than this, so at least these errors kind of make sense. So let's see. Is it still going to give me a bunch of errors, I would guess? Now here she is. Alright, well, I'm sorry if there's a bunch of stuff that isn't of highest quality that goes up. Getting a lot of achievements doing this. Okay. Looks happier there. Probably it would be better for people if they were to do like one scene, one element, put that up first. Wouldn't have to go through this. I try to put everything up at once. Save. Online. Here we go. Now for this guy. Alright. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna go and make sure everything else is released too, just to be sure. Because my goal is that everything is there for people who are interested. Fingers crossed this all works. Okay. Exit out of here. Everything looks okay. Let me try one more time. I'm gonna try to edit this a little more. Okay. Yes, they have. Okay. Well, it says it's playable. I hope that means you guys can remix it. Tell me how that goes for you, and if not, please just contact me. YouTube, Twitter, anything that works for you. I'm Hooligan Labs. Okay. No errors that time. Woohoo! I think it might really be up there. Hope it is. Hope you enjoy it. I think I'm going to sign off here now. Thank you very much for watching this. I really do enjoy these experiments. I hope that this helps the community and that it gets people creating, enjoying, making games. I think that you don't even have to make a full game. If you want to get involved in something like this, I have based this on so much fan art and other things that have just been available online by other people who are creators. You don't have to make it in Dreams. Just share it, and I want to see it. But if you do make it in Dreams, please let me know, because I'm here too, and we can make more. So thank you very much. Goodbye.